Hello, my darlings, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading, my darlings. Thank you as ever for all of your wonderful support and your comments. If I haven't replied to you, I will do very soon. Now, let's move forward with the reading and see what wishes to come out for you. I'm using my Moonology deck, followed by my Moonology manifestation deck, and then perhaps, I don't know, my Spirit Song Tarot maybe. Let's see what Spirit guides me to do. This reading is for those that most need to hear the message. And if it resonates with you or I resonate with you as a reader, don't forget to hit that like button, to perhaps comment. Thank you again for all your wonderful comments, to subscribe, to become a member of this channel, or to take advantage of my Pay What You Can 30-minute online readings as my gift back to you. So let's move ahead with the reading and let's see what wishes to come out. Thank you, Spirit, for Scorpio, for those that most need to hear the message. Thank you. Look at the bigger picture, the full moon in Sagittarius, and the answers you need are coming. So the situation, my darling, is asking you to perhaps come away from very strong thoughts or opinions that you might have about it, because when we are very attached to certain perceptions about things, we don't allow for other perceptions and other thoughts to come in for you. And the answers that you actually need to resolve this situation in a way that is for your greatest good are coming to you, but they can't come in until you start to perceive it from perhaps a wider perception than you are at this moment in time. And we're all prone to doing this. We form a picture in our mind. We say, this is how it is. This is what's happened. This is how I feel. And we don't allow from any deviance from that perception. So perhaps in this space, in this time, if this is resonating with you, one of the ways that you can open yourself up to receiving the answers that you need, that are important to you, that are coming to you, is to say, I'm open and ready and willing to receive the answers. Because if your energy at this time is saying, I know it, I know what it is, therefore you can't receive actually what you truly desire, which is the truth of the situation. So Spirit wants you to look at the bigger picture, and let's see what else wishes to come out for you. And you know what? When we're in this space of finding, what's the word, Spirit? Finding balance, finding peace in not knowing. There's great strength and courage in doing that. And when also we make a decision, a choice for ourselves, not to say we know nothing, to say we know nothing. Actually, we're an open vessel to receiving. That, and again, takes great bravery and courage, because it's saying that we're choosing to say, maybe there's another way of seeing this. And I desire and wish to know that way, because then I feel that's going to bring balance to the situation as well. And when we start to observe our thoughts and how maybe steeped in rigidity that they are, it's not to be self-critical about those thoughts, just to observe the thoughts as they come in and to form no strong opinions, just to see them as thoughts, just as temporary energy that's just working its way through you, to acknowledge them, to say, I understand you're here, but not to think any further, almost just to write them down in a notebook, but not to go any further. Don't go any deeper with it, just to get them out of yourself at this time. You know, don't go with the thoughts to another level of that same way of thinking. I trust this makes sense. Anyway, let's have a look at the Moonology manifestation cards. Thank you. So we've got the answers you need are coming, and look at the bigger picture. Thank you. What else, Spirit, would you like to say for the manifestation cards? You know, our imagination is incredibly powerful. And everything starts from imagination, from thought, from desire, from will. But our imagination can also work against us when we imagine things into being because we have imagined them from a place of doubt, insecurity, fear, denial. So Spirit wants you to be conscious of what perhaps you're creating in your mind as a concept of this, something that you're making far greater in your mind than actually what it is. Or perhaps simply that there is another side of this. And, you know, the word understand Spirit has given me is that when we truly wish to understand something, when we truly wish to see the design of it, the pattern of it, the concept of it, how it's all threaded together, combined together, to stand in that place of truth, let's say it's a rug of a pattern, we have to look on the underside of it. We have to understand the other side of it, that there is always another side to this. And so they want you to look at that big picture of it all, because this is for you as well, my darling. This is an extraordinary teaching exercise for you as well. And all events and experiences and relationships are all there as our teacher. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Has wished to come out. Forgiveness and keeping your heart open, my darling. Forgiveness and keeping your heart open. When we forgive, we do so first and foremost because we wish to release ourselves from a place of pain, from a place of attachment, from a place of connection to something that causes us to feel those thoughts and feelings that we wouldn't choose to think and feel if we had a choice, would we? We'd choose to think the happier thoughts. It is your choice, my darling, how you choose to feel about this situation. Spirit is not telling you to forgive. They're suggesting that you might wish to forgive, because in the forgiveness, you realize you do have a choice about how you feel. Nobody and no one can make you feel anything that you don't want to feel. And if you choose to look to forgive, even in the choosing to start to see the big picture and forgive, you're shifting something within you. You're not rigid in the opinion of wrong or right. And it's a big, courageous, open-hearted thing to do. And in the forgiveness, you realize that you actually, through choosing to do this, you feel empowered because you've done something for yourself. It's a huge act of self-love to forgive. And to forgive because you choose to do so, because you have an open heart, and to forgive because you're choosing to say, I may not understand yet the other side of this, but I'm choosing to believe that there is another side. I'm open for the answers, and therefore I choose to forgive because I understand that everything that has happened has been from varying levels of people's perceptions of life, or the varying levels of conscious awareness that they're at, and that actually none of us is perfect, and we all make what we consider mistakes. Actually, they're wonderful learning, teaching opportunities. But to come into this, keeping your heart open in this situation, to not close yourself off from it, because then, again, then you're only causing yourself pain. So within this space, to be ready and open and willing to receive perhaps the other side of it. So let's move forward and let's have a look at other advice from Spirit for you. What am I going to use? I think my Spirit Song Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. What does Spirit want to say? Tell me more about the bigger picture, and the answers are coming. 7 of Crystals, options and results. Bear with me, I'm just going to push this door closed. There we go. This is the aardvark. I think there's been, perhaps you haven't actually noticed it, or maybe you have. The 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Crystals, is about deciding to, because the aardvark roots around on the ground to dig out those nutrients, that beautiful deliciousness of what it loves to eat with the roots. There is something, the root cause of this, that if you were to decide to dig around and get a little bit dirty in desiring and wishing to seek out the root cause of the situation, you will start to see, with your heart open and your awareness and your willingness to understand, you will start to see results. There has been an aspect of things that have been shown to you already by this event, by this circumstance, by this person, by the universe, to show you certain understandings, and they wish and desire for you to have patience while the rest of it unfolds. Very important. Thank you, Spirit. And there are, it says here, options and results. There are ways of doing this. And one of the most important things, and I'm so pleased that I use the Moonology cards today, because both of these cards are full moon. They're both about being full, open and aware. Your intuition is spot on, my darling. Your intuition is telling you certain things, and maybe you're choosing not to hear it. Maybe you're choosing not to hear it at this time. So let's see what else they want to say. Thank you. Full moon in Pisces and keeping your heart open. Thank you. The World, a completion, and the Ace of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. In the forgiveness, in the willingness, even the willingness to say, do you know what? I'm going to try to forgive. My intention, my aim is to try and forgive, to let go, to release. There is a completion. There is a spiritual completion, a beautiful shift, a completion of a long journey that you've been on, fulfillment and celebration. And you will feel through forgiveness, alongside that feeling of relief, you will feel at peace. And there will be an echo of that forgiveness that will cause a huge ripple effect in your life moving forward. And in that forgiveness, because it has come from your willingness to become very aware of yourself and of others and what motivates people and what causes things to happen and what this has done for you, it's the vibrational impact of that, as I said, with a ripple effect, is going to be felt for a long time in your life. It's a very powerful conclusion of something, to forgive and to keep your heart open. And to keep your heart open is to not be closed off to the idea that love is conditional. We are love. We don't really give love. We just experience the feelings of being love for those that we love. But to keep your heart open is to kind of be out of your mind. It's kind of keeping yourself connected to your ego, identity and personality within the mind space, but choosing to live and be and do life through the heart space, through the feelings, through what feels right, as opposed to what feels wrong. And sometimes in life, when things don't go the way that we wish for it to go, we tend to sort of go with it, don't we? So, when things are going wrong, Spirit is saying, don't go with that, just sort of fall away from it. Because there is much for you when you look back at this cycle of your life to be grateful and to be more than grateful about, to truly appreciate who you have become as an aspect of this journey that you've been on. Alongside of that whale, you've got the Ace of Swords, the goat. You have done and achieved so much on your path, my darling. And it hasn't been the easiest of paths. And there's an acknowledgement from Spirit. But there has been a keenness and a readiness and a desire within you, subconsciously, consciously, within your soul, to continue this kind of path which you have to be quite sure-footed on. This is the goat, the mountain goat. And so you are ascending in your ascension of, great heights And there's a great view from that higher self. But I think at the moment, there is something that is just blocking you from the sort of summit of this cycle of your life. And that is clarity. That is the essential truth of what this is about. And the Ace of Swords comes through, you know, to connect into our intuition is something that so many people talk about. And I suppose the best way, the Veritas way of explaining it, is that when you sit in a place and you can feel it within your heart space of love, of desire, of appreciation. Love is the most powerful energy. And when you combine that feeling of love with a feeling of awareness of oneself, what then happens is that that energy, through your subconscious, through the flooding of your subconscious of that energy, connects you to your superconscious. So that powerful energy of desiring to know, we all have it within us. We're constantly, it's imprinted within us, the desire to evolve, the desire to expand, the desire to know, the desire to learn, alongside the imprint of love. So when we come into that place of choosing to feel with an open heart our way through life, then when we sit in that place and we feel that expression of love from us, an expression of openness to understanding and awareness of who we are, we literally have a direct line of direct communication to infinite intelligence, to divine source wisdom, because we have stepped out of the ego mind. We've stepped out of the critical, limiting mind. And alongside, thank you, Spirit, alongside having love and a desire to expand is to have faith, And we can't quantify faith. It's a feeling, but it's a feeling that comes from an open heart. It's a feeling that comes from a feeling that all will be well. This too shall pass. Everything is happening for me. So combine love and faith and a desire and sit within that space. Feel it within your heart space. Say, I'm open and ready to receive the answers to this situation. I'm open and ready to see the big picture. And you will tap in to your infinite intelligence. You will tap into divine source wisdom. You will have a conversation with the universe and it will reply to you because you are permitting it. You're being open. You're opening the doorway to it. And that mental clarity, that mindfulness mental clarity is the foundation, the springboard foundation, like the goat jumps, for you to reach new summits in your life, for you to complete a cycle in an extraordinarily successful way. And let's see what else they have to say. Thank you, Spirit. And it comes down, this is the Lover's card here, but with the two wolves. It comes down to what you're choosing to trust in right now with your reactions. Are you choosing to trust in those reactions of fear, which shuts down, closes off, hoards, hides, sometimes harms? Or are you choosing to trust in the expression of love, which opens up, heals, expands, embraces, welcomes in, understands, forgives? Because both of these will always work side by side within us. And the wolf that leads the pack is the wolf you feed. So Spirit is asking you, it's always your choice, my darling, how you feel. And there are no wrong or right feelings. Don't get me wrong, there are no wrong or right feelings. But there can be actions that we might consider wrong or right for us that come from those feelings. So to explain further, if we are, which we are, exactly where we're meant to be, with the radical acceptance of that in our perfect imperfectness, then the feelings that arise within us are also right, where they're meant to come up within us. But those feelings are coming up within us, within a divine design for us. So if we choose to ignore those feelings, where do they go? Energy has to go somewhere. They get suppressed within us. They get compounded within us. They can cause depression within us. They can cause sickness within us, illness, that dis-ease within us. And so for yourself, it's about recognizing those feelings when they come in, making the choice to say, do you know what? This fearful feeling has come in. And actually, I'm going to welcome it in, and I'm going to ask it why it's here. Just even acknowledging the feeling means that it has no power over you anymore, because you have controlled how you respond to it. You haven't reacted to it by pushing it away. So we're all given choices. We all have free will, and it's your choice to trust in either fear or love. It's your choice. This situation at this time is whatever this may be for you, is a big relationship. It can be any form of relationship that you have. We're a relationship to everything and everybody around us, but if this reading's resonating, you'll know what it is. But everything we have a relationship to is teaching us about ourselves. We have to understand who we are in relation to something or somebody else. And every relationship is feeding us information. It could be fear, it could be love, it could be healing, it could be harm. It's always a choice. But it's your choice how you respond to it. It's always your choice. We were given free will, and we were given conscious awareness of making that choice. So Spirit is saying to you that you have such strength, such courage. You have mental clarity about so many things in your life. And that has given you, and will continue to give you, a strong foundation to continue to move forward. But they're asking you to release something, to forgive something, to let something go in order to progress at this time. And there are two wolves in this card. And the two wolves represent for me very powerful soul family. Now you may be thinking, well, this person is not my soul family. I've fallen out with them. I've had an argument with them. We're not talking. But they are your soul family, my darling, because soul family is not, it's sometimes based on tough love from a friendly soul, put it that way. So it's a soul that you and they had an agreement with, that something would occur, an instance, an event would occur within your life plan that would encourage growth, awareness, self-love, understanding, forgiveness. And perhaps they're asking as a soul for you to remember to forgive them, so that they too can also remember who they are within that process. Because these are two wolves here, and they are intuitively linked to one another. I think I'm going to wrap it up soon, but I just want to see if there's anything else that comes out. Thank you. Now, what they're saying is, you've got the Page of Crystals here with the fox alongside the Three of Crystals here as well. Don't now put all the pressure on yourself to say, oh my God, I've got to forgive, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do that. Because then that's forcing it. That's not being true to yourself. Just be open to the idea that you are perhaps going to forgive. State it as a fact. State it as an intention that you desire, you wish to forgive. And then allow the universe to present to you, within your divine design, very cleverly, instances, opportunity, words, challenges that are going to give you and allow you to feel that feeling of, ooh, I'm one step closer to forgiveness, or I'm one step closer to letting go. Because it doesn't matter how I say this to you, Spirit says this to you, or what others may say to you, as you know from your own experiences and growth, that you have to feel it to know it. You have to feel the feeling to support the choice, the decision that you're making. And so Spirit is going to present, again, craftedly to you, opportunities that are going to allow you to feel that feeling of releasing, letting go, and forgiving. Ideas and discipline. And discipline, disciple, there has, within your intention to forgive, Spirit is asking you to follow that feeling like a disciple, to follow the feeling, to follow the impulse, and then to allow it to grow stronger within you. Don't shut it off as an initial idea. Just let it grow and evolve. Let it go. Just think, do you know what? I'm just going to see what comes of this temporary or maybe permanent desire to perhaps look at forgiving. And then just see what happens as an aspect of stating that as your desire. And then quite a lot's going to happen. You've got 3 of Pentacles here, collaboration and productivity with the B. As you go about your day-to-day existence, living as spontaneously as possible, having as much fun as possible, and also resting wherever possible, and enjoying life. Try not to take it too seriously. There will be a collaboration of sorts. Something will come together. Maybe it's a collaboration of the universe and you. Maybe it's a coincidence, a co-creating instance between you and the universe, or you and the other soul, or souls in terms of forgiveness, but an opportunity, a collaboration of souls coming together. An opportunity will present itself to you that's going to create that new foundation. And it's because you have chosen and desired to look up, to seek, to go forward, not to be stuck in this space. And that is a conscious and a subconscious combined powerful decision and resonant vibrational signature that you're giving at this time. And through that, wonderful serendipitous opportunities that are going to present itself to you, there is a releasing, there is a start of a new type of, I know it's the word foundation again, but a new type of kind of bedrock for you, a new way of being, a new system, a new strong belief system. Thank you, Spirit. Last card, please. Too many cards. Thank you. Last card. Actually, you know what? Let's sing this deck. Last card, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that flew out. And there it is again. They've shown me again. So with your desire to seek out opportunity from the universe, within being open heart space, this is all in water with a seal, the courage of keeping an open heart, an open mind, not being closed off to believing that this all can resolve itself, that you can move forward, move away from this, forgive. The universe will present you with the opportunities. It's going to ask you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and to come away from this is the Knight of Swords, to come away from this place of very tiring inner battle within yourself and perhaps with others as well, to seek the truth, the Knight of Swords, to seek the truth, ready and waiting in a blissful state of anticipation for the universe to present you with the opportunity. And whether this is family, my darling, or a relationship or friends, whatever it is, or a business thing, again, the 3 of Pentacles, but this is the prairie dog. There is a newfound strength of connection that's going to be created through you having an open heart and forgiving. And whether that is with other relationships that you have in your life that are not connected to this, but are affected subconsciously by your non-forgiveness of somebody else or something else, or whether this is that relationship itself. But whatever it is, my darling, it is beautiful. And it is one where there is both a giving and receiving, a listening and an understanding, loyalty, fun, and a little bit of adventure as well. Thank you, Spirit. And there you have it again. This is the Lover's card again. The honey, the heart awakener. As I said, let it happen spontaneously. Don't start going into a meltdown about how you might choose to do this, or feeling bad that you can't quite feel that feeling of forgiveness yet. The universe is going to present you with the opportunities that it'll come naturally to you. Let it work its magic. You go about your day and those opportunities will just magically appear, like a sort of sliding doors moment for you. But you just have to keep that open heart and an open mind and wish and desire for yourself, for you to feel better, for you to grow, for you to be open to receive. And that's all the universe is asking you to do. And hand the rest of the burden over to the universe, and it will deliver on that promise to you. This is beautiful, my darling. So there we go. I am going to wrap that up. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. I look forward to doing another one for you next week. In the meantime, have a gorgeous weekend, my darlings. Thank you again for your love and support. There are quite a few of you that I will be replying to over this weekend. And I think that's it, actually. I shall see you back on Monday with the daily readings, and might do a Valentine's reading or two as well. But in the meantime, just have the most gorgeous weekend, my darlings, and take care of yourselves. So much love to you. Bye-bye.